The title of my story is Golden Eagle and the Sun. A long time ago, before the raven put the sun in the sky, Golden Eagle roamed the skies. He loved to feel the cold air against his beak. He loved how he lived. He loved it because he had magic powers.
There are so many things that are unique about WOLFDOG Workshop, and it builds upon the strengths of a category that is emerging and is only going to become more and more important, which is to bring well-conceived, well-executed, creative curriculum into particularly the public school systems and into communities where, because of budget cuts and many other forces, this type of enrichment is just not available to the children.
One morning, an ancient one took his grandson out for a walk.
It all started with an animated film that I created called WOLFDOG Tales.
Across 2 wolves in a fight to the death. Grandpa, what is it?
As WOLFDOG Tales was screening all over the world, I started getting requests from schools to use the film as a teaching tool in the classrooms.
Like fear.
Shortly after that, I put together a team of curriculum developers, illustrators, a production team to create the curricula called the WOLFDOG Workshop.
How do we know which one will win? The one that wins is the one that you feed.
Now we're in schools in the US and internationally.
We are supporting WOLFDOG Workshop because of its impact in 2 critical areas: literacy and character building. We've seen that the materials that are available, especially in the public school systems, just don't reach children in a manner that speaks to them personally. And if you're going to want to improve literacy, the materials have to sing, and the WOLFDOG Workshop materials do sing.
What's unique about the WOLFDOG Workshop is it kind of goes about the curriculum more from the heart. There's a lot of discussion about inspiration, what inspires us to write and how we storytell. Also with a focus on developing your voice and developing your story and giving all this other backup material to enhance the experience of where you might get your ideas from. I've noticed that the children are very drawn to the material, and the discussion has been very meaningful.
Fear is very powerful, but it is powerless against hope.
The approach that WOLFDOG takes to the literacy concepts, it's amazing because there's so much detail.
I would definitely read that.
Most of the times in writing, unfortunately, we give them a topic and say, here's your topic, write about it. So this is giving them a whole different perspective and way of writing a story. Having some background research, having an example with WOLFDOG Tales and Bernadine's whole story with Paco.
And this is Paco Sosa. Paco and I are both from New Mexico. We were together for 20.5 years. In the beginning, it was like we were kids together. But when Paco turned 18, things changed, and all of a sudden, it was like I was taking care of my great-grandfather. Especially during those last 2 years that we were together, when Paco needed a lot of care. He taught me so much about life. In WOLFDOG Tales, there are 6 stories. Each one of these stories is something that Paco taught me when we were together. Lessons that I later discovered had direct connections to ancient beliefs from New Mexico of what animals have been teaching us humans for thousands of years.
The videos were really a strong component. It just tunes them in. All of them were so important. Each piece tied into each lesson.
I thought it was pretty cool how Bernadine did the animation, and then we did the writing. We were kind of following in her footsteps.
The WOLFDOG Workshop also tied into so many different parts of the Common Core curriculum standards, but this was a whole different angle toward writing. Not only did they write a wonderful piece at the end, there was a lot of fun components to it, and we need a lot of fun in our schools.
Another part of WOLFDOG Workshop which has really impressed us is the many levels that it functions at, such as character building and understanding yourself and your background, the larger themes of a shared responsibility to the world that we live in, understanding the interconnectedness of nature with the human race.
My mom's grandfather participated in World War II, and that was the conflict between 2 kinds of people. It really inspired me to do a war between an animal species and a human.
WOLFDOG Workshop connects the children with themselves, with their immediate families, and with nature.
So they stopped, and at that point, jaguars and humans would live together.
Many of these children come from backgrounds where, for whatever reason, their family history is either not talked about at all or is perhaps even felt to be shameful. WOLFDOG Workshop encourages them to embrace their background, to understand their background, to take pride in what is often a history that's been lost or simply not spoken about.
WOLFDOG Workshop has them question, well, where did I come from? What's my history? What's my purpose? What am I doing and where am I headed? And it helps them look at that from a cultural point of view, from an academic point of view, and just from a life choice point of view.
I think this kind of a curriculum is something very much needed. Right now, more and more big corporations are creating curriculum, and that's what we as teachers are being given to teach in our classrooms. But this curriculum coming from a person who is thinking about her own process in storytelling and writing stories, and she's sharing her own experience, it's unique in that the students are really connecting with the person who wrote the curriculum. And so following through her process is meaningful for them rather than curriculum that's kind of very much removed and doesn't give you a sense of how are we connecting with people, with animals, with nature in the world. The WOLFDOG Workshop is a voice that speaks to them.
The fish, he thought, I could live with this. And he did. The end.